Hey, yo, DJ, let me lick your toes.
Bodacious true crime.
It's really chewy. We're gonna be here for a minute, man. I think we should start.
Should we?
It's a well done steak.
All right.
I hope y'all are going to record at 9.
All right, fine. So I guess we'll just jump into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to God. Welcome to Bodacious True Crime. I'm here with Gus. He's on this side for me.
I'm eating steak.
He's eating steak. And then Eunice is right here. He won't stop fucking waving. Hi, Eunice. Eunice is back, and we'll tell you why in a minute. And Dijon's right here. Hi, Dijon. He's our special guest for today.
Dick a balls.
His thing does say dick a balls. So, who wants to tell them?
Can I? Please,
yeah.
can I?
Yes, go ahead.
We recorded this episode already.
Mm-hmm.
With Ollie instead of Eunice.
Yep. In person.
Mm-hmm. In person. It was awesome.
It was great.
But special little birdie. A very special birdie. Like, I'm talking, like, really special. Kept making noise throughout the entire podcast. And completely butchered the audio.
Ollie would not stop moving, and so every every few seconds, there's a bump.
Yeah,
and
it's like... I don't think it's picking it up.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, because the Discord noise canceling thing is so good.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
A little bit quieter.
Throughout the entire thing. And he also wouldn't stop, making, just... Oh my god. It was
tough to get through.
Didn't you guys also say he kept, getting up and leaving?
Yeah, he's like, pass me the Doritos. In the middle of me talking about, the fucking... the OJ shit, but...
I literally stared at him like, dude, right now? Like, if you're hungry, eat beforehand.
Yeah, I was like, dude, come on, man.
Gus, eat beforehand.
Talk right now, Gus.
Now, Gus is different.
Yeah, but I'm not making noise.
Any position.
I'm not making noise. I have every right to speak because I'm doing it right.
He is doing it right. You can't hear Gus chewing.
I just like that he's like, if you want to eat beforehand, as he's...
Well, I tried to, but it's kind of late.
This is a mad sugar cookie, though, bro.
The funniest part was,
eating.
it was supposed to be a video as well,
Mm-hmm.
like in person and while being recorded.
5 minutes.
Camera.
Video corrupted within 5 minutes.
He interrupted us. I was like, wait a minute. I don't think it's recording.
And then, you know what the best part was? The best part, before we jump into it, was I finished a sentence. I'm about to start the next one. So, are we not going to acknowledge that the camera just corrupted? And I'm like, not in the middle of me talking, you dumbass. Oh my god.
Yeah, he'll be back next episode, guys.
No, he won't. That's the funny thing. Next episode we'll talk about next episode at the end, because we have a special thing planned for that. But anyways, it's time to finally, for the second time,
And stay bodacious.
Nice.
I told him he could say it, but not at the fucking beginning. You don't.
I'm saying that's my thing.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
You know what? We'll coordinate it. We'll say it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Say it again right now.
Don't. So, god damn it. Okay. So, it's time to finally get into the long-awaited OJ episode.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's for the second time.
You guys did the first time. Which
Yeah.
I'd be blessed.
To Eunice, too. Eunice doesn't know what we're talking about, so we're just going to jump into it. Are you guys ready?
Nothing about the OJ case.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
So, Orenthal James Simpson was born on July 9th, 1947, in San Francisco, California. His parents were Eunice and Jimmy Lee Simpson. See, that time? Got it. Nailed it.
You got it. You
Nailed
did.
it. His father was a bank custodian. I forgot what his mother did. But his father was a bank custodian and a well-known drag queen who in 1986 he died of AIDS because he was gay.
He had a wife.
Wait.
I'll say the exact same thing I said originally, Dijon. So did Elton John and every other gay dude.
We're on downs.
Question. Mm-hmm. His name was fucking Orthel?
No, Orenthal.
Orenthal. What kind of fucking whatever?
Yep. His nickname from birth was OJ, and that's what I'm going to call him the rest of the episode, because obviously
we just wanted to clarify that, because a lot of people get confused when we say OJ. It's like, who are you talking about?
Juice?
You mean the juice?
Oh, wait, yeah.
I wanted to learn about...
You mean famous running back?
His breakfast drink.
Actually, his other nickname from birth was the Juice.
I don't know.
So, he had a criminal record growing up. He was arrested 3 times during his teenage years in high school, and he joined a gang called the Persian Warriors. He also briefly went to jail. The Persian Warriors, it's a great name of a gang, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds like a high school team.
Yeah, kind of.
It sounds like a Persian football team.
The Persian Warriors. It's just the Persian army is called the Persian Warriors.
They want everybody to know that they're Persians and they also play football. The Persian Warriors.
He had poor grades, obviously, because, he was the whole gang thing. And he decided to not join the military. Apparently that was his original plan. And instead went to City College of San Francisco. I think that's like a community college kind of deal. And he played football for...
They really take anybody in, man.
No, yeah, well, of course. Especially OJ. With look at OJ. Nice.
You wouldn't? Look at that smile.
Yeah, look at that guy. He would never hurt anybody.
That's
He's so
a
charming and
smile of
innocent.
a man you can trust.
Gus, you and I both know how charming OJ is.
He's got away with the ladies. That's all I gotta
He
say.
does.
He knows how to
biggest
get them
bullshit
off their feet.
foreshadowing thing ever.
We did it last time too, so we have to do it again. So he plays football for City College of San Francisco and becomes kind of a star, and transfers to University of Southern California, and becomes an even bigger football star and sets many records and wins many awards. So he plays football for the Buffalo Bills and became...
The Patriots lost to the Bills
What?
this week. The Patriots lost to the Bills this week.
Really?
Yeah, they did.
I think
The
it was 30 to
Patriots
21.
lost to the Bills?
Yeah, 30 to 21.
Wow.
You want to know what's even crazier?
What?
The Ravens lost to the Browns by a landslide.
Did they really?
I think it was 14 to 49.
God damn. Oh, Kansas City beat the Steelers. I think it was 30 to 3 by the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he plays football for the Buffalo Bills, and he becomes the first player ever to break the 2,000-yard rushing mark.
Damn.
I know nothing about football, but I think
In what,
that's a lot.
14 games, you said?
Yeah, he did it in the least amount of games too. He was the first person, but he was also the one who did it in the least amount of games. Every other player who's done it, to my knowledge, or everybody after has done it in 16 games. OJ did it in 14.
It sounds like he's really good at running.
He's
He's
really good
untouchable, man.
at... He sounds like he's a very strong, big guy who's good at running and would never harm a soul.
Shoulder charge!
All I know is so far from hearing about this is he's good at running, and he knows how to be aggressive with other people.
And he's got mean shoulders.
He has good shoulders. But, so let's go... We're going to go back a
It'll be
little...
important later on.
Exactly. We'll go back a little bit, because in 1967... OJ marries his high school sweetheart, Marguerite, and that became his first wife. They would go on to have 3 children, and their marriage was fucking horrible. So, their marriage starts to fail, and they would later go on to get divorced in 1979. However, in 77, OJ would meet his second wife and possible murder victim, Nicole Brown.
I don't even want to comment. Just get into how they met each other, please.
Okay. I forgot the book, so let me go grab it off my shelf.
Nice. while
the
he's
steak was
away.
so chewy.
While he's
The
away.
steak was so chewy.
Everyone remember this. You have just lost the game.
Suck my dick.
Okay,
We
so
kicked John.
what? What
He's
did
talking about the game.
So in OJ describes in If I Did It, his book, which I have right here, how him and Nicole met.
Is that the book?
Yeah, I have
That
it.
was like public. Is that the book where like it was published by Nicole's brother or something?
It was-
where at the bottom it
Ron
says
Goldman's
if
family.
OJ did it. At the bottom it says he did.
Here, I'll show you exactly what it says once I find the page that we
It's actually from the
need.
Goldman family, right?
It was published by Ron Goldman's father, and it says, if the if is really small, it's in the I, and it says, Confessions of the Killer.
The killer.
Wait a second. You said, what was his last name?
Brown.
Goldman.
Goldman? Doesn't he sound Jewish to you?
Oh my god. Okay.
You.
He literally is.
He is Jewish.
It's the most Jewish last name ever.
Yes.
Wait.
Nicole's
any of them-
dad?
No,
Ron Gold-
Ron Goldman. He's
Ron
the,
Goldman.
There was a different guy who got killed, Eunice.
Oh yeah, the person that the wife was with.
Yes.
Yeah. The guy that was
Kind
like,
of.
wait, your glasses!
Your glasses! No! Nicole!
Keep jumping
These are
timelines.
all like basic names. I'm thinking about Nicole Goldman.
So let me read you the page in If I Did It, which OJ didn't even write. This was ghost written for him. He describes their first encounter at the diner he was at that Nicole waited tables. So he says, "Who are you?" I asked. "Nicole." "Nicole what?" "Nicole Brown." "How come I've never seen you here before?" "I just started here," she said, laughing. And then he talks about where she's from. And then he says, "How old are you?" I asked. "I just turned 18 last month," she said, "on May 19th. Isn't that your brother's birthday, Gus?"
Yep.
Can I say really quickly?
Yeah.
Bullshit. That's how that went.
Yeah,
No
when
one
did the James Bond movies come out? That writer was like, this sounds really cool as an intro.
Exactly.
Listen.
Who are you? Nicole. I don't recognize you.
Dude,
You know,
Identify.
it's so funny. It's so funny because the two people who said that don't get women.
I just say it because like this is like the most like the Matrix computer talking simulation I've ever heard. Identify.
You know, you just
yourself.
maybe if you tried that, you'd have some better luck.
Oh my god.
Maybe if you tried what OJ
What?
did, you get
I've
bitches.
gone further than you.
Huh?
I've gotten further than you.
I'm in a relationship.
I've gotten my dick sucked.
Doesn't mean nothing.
Ooh. Like, ooh, I'm a
plead
big
the
man.
Oh, jury's going.
So now let's talk about Nicole, since she's kind of like the main sort of like the catalyst for everything in this case.
But the case is literally centered around her.
Yes, it's called
Wait,
the OJ case, but it is like Nicole Brown's murder. You know. Yeah. So Nicole Brown was in. Hold on.
Gus, you good?
Hit me back in the face.
He was. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but he was like fighting for his life to get that bite out.
So Nicole
Four
Brown.
claws to the steak.
Goddamn. So Nicole Brown was born in 1959 in Germany to an American father and a German mother. Their names were Judy and Louise Brown. They moved to California, and in 1976, she graduated from high school. In 77, she turned 18, and that's when OJ and her met at that diner when she was waiting tables. It was some sort of private club kind of thing, but it's a restaurant, diner, whatever.
So the dad, Nicole's father.
Yes.
Never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna.
Question, when did they stop making...
I forgot that the dad that wrote the book or whatever, published whatever, was the guy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wait, he was a Jew, that went to Germany in the 50s?
Yes. So
Nicole's parents, like, you can't tell me they weren't just a little bit of just a little bit.
are you calling Nicole Brown's parents Nazis?
There's
All
a
I'm
chance.
saying is that might not be their original names.
They had to change it. They moved to Argentina, but then they moved back after so much time passed. For legal purposes,
That
this is a joke.
does sound sus.
It does. So even though OJ was still married to Marguerite, the divorce, they were gonna get a divorce. So hey,
Are you sure Marguerite and not Margaret?
no, it's Marguerite.
Who names these people?
I don't know.
Kanye.
Bro, I'm telling you, the reason they all became toxic is because they got bullied in middle school for their names.
OJ and Nicole started dating, and they dated for a long time.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was it arranged?
No.
No. We literally talked about how they met.
Okay, never mind. I'm thinking about their marriage.
Wait, how old
Because
was OJ?
She would know that he isn't a good husband. Oh,
OJ and Marguerite were married for a long time.
No. When he met Nicole and they got married, how old was he?
Hold on. So they got married in 85 and he was born in 47.
So he was
he's-
almost 40 years
Yeah.
old, and he saw this 18-year-old at the diner and goes, damn. He goes, Zam.
She's
Yeah.
18?
He's more than double her age. He was in his late 20s before she was born.
But he's also rich, so.
Yeah, it's true.
you cannot look like, say you're 6. You cannot look at someone who's like 23 and say they don't look sexy. You know what I mean? Because you're old and wrinkly. Other females your age, old and wrinkly.
Okay, Dijon, stop. Okay, let's just move on before we get too into
Yeah,
this.
this is, I don't know if I want to.
Go down this path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saying I condone it.
Okay.
Weird.
So according to OJ,
We do not, just
No.
want to say,
No.
Jean's opinions are his own, and they do not represent us as a podcast.
Yeah, it might get cut out, don't worry. According to If I Did It, OJ sounded pretty reluctant to marry Nicole. Like, he kept putting it off, and she kept asking him. Again, it was ghost-ridden. It's the events in the book are supposed to be hypothetical, but they're also, like, not. You know what I mean? So, their marriage wasn't really that great once they finally get married in 1985. According to Dr. Lenore Walker, the Simpson-Brown marriage was an example of textbook domestic abuse. So, not great. There are some recordings you can find if you look it up of Nicole calling 911 because OJ gets 911 called on him 8 times. And
Total?
over the course of their marriage, yeah. I think which was, what? So 7 years.
Damn. He couldn't.
Almost annually.
That
Yeah.
means once every year, as if it's an anniversary, and then one year he goes, you know what? Let's break our record.
But there was also examples of him, like he still abused her without her calling the cops.
I was just saying, yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, police reports claim that OJ repeatedly punched, kicked, and slapped her, sometimes so hard there were handprints visible all over where he,
OJ, there's like 200-something pound guy just jumping up in the air, just
Well, bam!
Maybe he was just practicing his karate.
straight up Superman punch.
In another case, she reported that he pulled her hair and started screaming, "I'll kill you."
That's
just
a
playful.
big foreshadow.
Yeah, that's some big foreshadowing.
No, they were just role playing.
Wait,
Okay.
he screamed at her, "I'm gonna kill you"?
Yes.
I wonder what that means.
I don't know.
It's role playing.
We
It's
might
such a
never
good
know.
riddle. It's such a good
You know
riddle.
what? This might be right. Some people are kind of kinky with it.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying,
I
man.
feel like that's a thick ass
You see,
line.
listen, all those jump kicks and stuff, that was just fun. They just went a
Every
little too
time
far.
he
Little bit of
jumped
fun.
off the couch, the roundhouse kick, or she moaned a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Every time he did a somersault into a backflip, it's a kick right in the forehead.
She started
And then
gushing.
when he told her,
Yeah.
I will kill you, she started blushing like crazy.
Let's all be
You
honest.
see, sometimes it just went a
Got more
little
women than us,
too-
so maybe we should,
He's
never
also
mind,
killed
I'm not
more women
finishing
than
it.
us. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, he did. He did.
Okay, we actually can say that because he's a public figure. So maybe. So yeah,
I love the law.
yeah, me too. Me too.
Only when it works for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate paying my taxes. But anyways, moving on. So the police were frequently called to OJ's house, like I just said, and apparently they would just bring him shit to sign, like football merch and memorabilia.
I don't love the cops.
Yeah.
Like the wife is bleeding out, screaming in agony. Hold on. Hey, would you
Shut up!
Jersey? And she's like, please arrest him. He's like, hey, shut the fuck up, I'm talking.
They pistol whip her. Shut up, bitch! OJ's gonna sign my jersey.
No wonder he fucking hits you. I'm thinking about throwing a couple punches.
The cops just start
They
wailing
join
on
in.
her. Oh my
They're
god.
like,
OJ,
I was on my
nice stick.
day off, and they calls me in because of you.
It's like they literally just kick, like, they're on their way back to the station. Like, two cops are on their way back to the station with a prisoner in the back. Not a prisoner, but, somebody
Yeah,
they
yeah,
arrested. They get the call in. They both look at each other. Unlock the doors. Throw the guy out, still handcuffed. Just screeching
We get to
the
go to
tires.
OJ's house.
All right,
Guy-
guys, we got a noise.
guys-
Yeah, to bring your helmet? Yeah, it's a job.
All right, like they get on the all dispatch units. There's a domestic abuse report
Got it.
from
I got it. I'm on my way.
Simpson's
I'm
house.
on my way.
Everyone's like fighting on their radio. No, I got it. No.
No,
Jim,
no
you
me,
select
no
one.
me. Literally the entire LAPD is at OJ's house, and there's a crime running amok in the background because no officers are on patrol.
Yeah, they're like fighting still. Like Jim, you got it the last time.
Even officers at the station just, like, leave.
Yeah.
Prisoners are set free. Thousands of criminals get away.
Guy's shifts ends and he starts fucking bawling and starts crying because he couldn't go to OJ's house.
Yeah, because now he's not on the clock, so now it's just him trespassing.
Please, I want to go to OJ's house. I'm begging.
No,
I'm fighting
sorry.
for my damn
Sorry,
life.
I'm sorry, man, but you'll be on overtime if you don't, clock out right now.
It's like one of the phone operators is packing to go to OJ's. Please, take my helmet inside. It's for my son.
Or like when she calls the operator's like, all right, cool, 1 second. Where are you going?
Wait.
I'm just going to take a lunch break.
No,
Memorize the voice. So
In-
as soon as she hears her, fucking jumps up,
In-
starts booking it to the car.
in one of the 911 calls, they go. Nicole goes, she goes, my husband is threatening me, and the 911 operator goes, okay, what's your husband's name? She goes, OJ Simpson, and the operator goes, like the sportscaster?
No way, put him on. Let me talk to him.
And she's like, yes. He's like, okay.
Wait, the famous football guy? I know.
Oh, I'm on my way. I'm not sending the cops. Hangs up.
Yeah, the cops pull up super quick, like, oh, thank God, you got here so fast. And she sees them walk out of the door holding a football, and she's just staring from the window.
Hey, Twitter world.
Oh my god.
Okay, so in 1992, finally, Nicole files for divorce. I wonder why.
Wait, what year?
1992.
Didn't he get married in 95?
85.
Ah, wow.
Honestly, though, 7 years is a lot.
Yes. It
Both
is.
views?
Yes. That's
But,
a lot.
you know-
Two kids.
Yeah.
Two kids.
Yeah.
Why didn't she
But a lot of money.
leave earlier?
Well, let's
Money.
find out why she didn't leave earlier. Because OJ
Money.
made her sign a prenup saying she wasn't allowed to get a job while they were married.
Also, I do just want to say because a lot of people say that. It's like, if he's abusing you or she's abusing you, why don't you just leave? Because they have built fear into them.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. But I'm also saying that, like, she literally could not get a job while they were married.
So he literally said, you're either going to starve on the streets or you're going to catch these hands.
Yeah.
And it's a buy one, get one free.
And OJ's fucking, allegedly, he's fucking crazy. I mean, look at this shit. He reportedly stalked her after they filed for divorce. Nicole's sister reported him for stalking her. And apparently, OJ spied on Nicole while she was having sex with one of her new boyfriends.
I do also want to say, too, the reason why this domestic abuse is a lot more extreme is because OJ is a football player.
Yeah.
He is
shoulder charging her.
40 pounds.
He is shoulder charging.
He can literally, because, the difference between a man that goes to the gym versus someone that plays football is because the gym was really their life at one point. They would wake up at 7 a.m. Like, all right, time to work out until 8 p.m.
Yeah. These guys have a different kind of condition.
Exactly.
If you get rocked by someone that's a football player, especially someone like OJ, because OJ
like a running back, a person who's made to take hits constantly.
OJ wasn't an average football player either. He was like one of the best, the top guys. So you getting hit by that? Ooh, bro, that's like you're getting your ass kicked in one hit.
And
I'm surprised his nickname isn't the Train.
The Bruiser.
They named him the Juice.
The Juice.
The Boxer.
Oh, his other nickname was the Electric Company.
No.
Yeah, it was. Because his defense was electrifying.
That's such bullshit.
No,
bullshit.
it's true. I think. I'm pretty sure it's true. Look it up.
He had a fucking Dungeons and Dragons nickname.
The Electric Company? It's a Monopoly thing.
Trial, his
What do you mean? That's a show on PBS.
Oh my god. Yeah, they named it after OJ, too.
Yeah, I just want to say, let's be completely honest. After the trial, his nickname was Murderer, not the Electric Company.
Yeah,
is it really a nickname or more of a title? Because I feel like there's a slight difference.
Everybody went from holy shit, it's OJ to holy shit, it's OJ.
OJ himself. Oh my god, the murderer could still be after me.
No! Oh my god. So, Nicole reported feeling that she felt like her life was in danger because OJ claimed once that he would kill her if he ever found her with another man.
And he did.
She reportedly, at the time, drafted a will and considered checking herself into a home for domestic abuse victims. This is in 1994. This is 2 years after the divorce filings.
Mm-hmm.
And
OJ was a simp.
This all happened, Eunice.
He was a maniac.
4 days before the murder.
He was a simp as fuck.
He wasn't.
And now he's like watching her and like all this shit.
Yeah, but he also like has a girlfriend.
He's a streamer with physical abuse.
But he gets.
That's not what a simp is, dude.
No.
If anything, he screwed her over.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't get a job. She couldn't make her own money.
He abused her
when she was married with him.
Pimp?
That's not simp. Come on.
No, it's not.
Better term would be kind of like pimp, but like he's not selling her off. If that makes any sense.
No.
Well, I mean, he kinda is, but only to himself.
So this all happens, like the Home for Domestic Violence Victims and the will writing, on June 8th, and the murders happen on June 12th. So this is 4 days before the murder. This is earlier than the week.
Maybe if she was just checked herself in, and maybe from never mind.
Find a way to blame her. Maybe she should have learned how to take a punch.
No, if she was smarter about her death, she wouldn't have been dead.
Yeah.
But
why not just take a hit?
Maybe if her mom didn't forget the glasses, that other Jewish guy wouldn't have died.
OJ's.
Are you blaming Jewish people for Nicole? No, Dijon.
No,
We're
I'm
moving on.
I'm blaming her mom that some random guy died.
He's not a random dude. Okay. So,
You a friend of her family?
Yeah. It was her potential boyfriend, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Nicole also noticed at the same time that a set of her house keys went missing, and guess where they were?
In OJ's pocket.
In OJ's pocket when he got arrested.
But it couldn't be him.
It was planted.
It was planted by the LAPD.
Oh, I found this outside. I was giving it back.
Yeah. Even though I knew she was dead for like a week, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to go back and talk about something honestly more important than what we've been talking about now. OJ's acting career.
Oh my god.
So
How could we forget?
we couldn't. How could we forget? So OJ was a football player, but he was also in many movies. He was in a lot of the Naked Gun films, which I've heard are pretty good, but I've never seen them. And he was also the face of Hertz Rent-A-Car. And he was in all of their commercials. And that, with the football, kind of like rocketed him to celebrity status. And at the same time of the murders in 1994, well, a few weeks earlier, he was doing a pilot for a show called Frogmen, which was a ripoff of the A-Team. And OJ played... What? Frogmen.
Who was OJ playing as?
He was playing a former leader of a group of Navy SEALs. And
What the fuck?
for the film, for this film, he received military training on how to use a knife and how to stealth kill and like Navy SEAL tactics.
Oh, I think we glossed over something important. Let's go back for just 1 second.
All right.
For the A-Team, there's like 4 guys, basically, right?
Uh-huh.
Which one was OJ kind of parodying? Out of curiosity.
Are you talking about...
No, he wasn't. No, we're not going to acknowledge this.
I've never seen
Zach,
the A-Team,
curious.
I'm going to be honest.
Mr. T?
But I think you mean Mr. T.
Why?
Just curious.
Is it because
Just
he's
wonder-
black?
I didn't say anything. I was wondering. I was asking you.
Me? It couldn't be me.
Really?
No, I was asking you.
Oh, yeah.
You literally have DJ
Who he was mimicking.
Oh, you can't be racist.
That's not what I'm asking. I'm just saying, like,
Now let's get to the actual murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman, who we haven't really talked about, but we'll get to it.
yeah.
So on June 12th, 1994, Brown, Simpson, and the rest of Nicole's family went to their OJ and Nicole's daughter's dance recital. Afterwards, Nicole and the Brown family, and then obviously their daughter...
Maybe that's where he got the keys. Oh, that's stupid.
No, because she reported it missing on June 8th, or around that time.
Yeah.
So, they went to a restaurant to go eat called Mezzaluna. And this is where Ron Goldman, who is not confirmed to be Nicole's boyfriend at the time, but there was, like, rumors and, like, hints that it was... So, Ron Goldman worked at this restaurant, and he didn't even wait on their table, but Nicole and her family get dinner. They weren't there for too long, and then they left. They went to go get ice cream or something.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. And Ron...
I wish I was them.
me too, honestly.
I don't.
Me too,
You're missing
especially
out,
because
man.
we know what happens afterwards.
I mean,
wish I was the
Actually, what
grand-
happens afterward?
I wish I was the mother.
Yeah, you'll die, but you get ice cream.
Yeah.
It's probably it's killer ice cream, dude.
Mint
Trust me.
chocolate chip.
It's probably the best ice cream of their lives.
It will be... Yeah, it's the best
well-
ice cream you'll have for the rest of your life. Probably.
Yeah.
At 9:37, Nicole's mother calls the restaurant and says that she left her glasses at the restaurant. She lost her glasses. Ron Goldman and the rest of the staff find them, and Goldman, who's about to get off work, says he'll take them to Nicole's after he gets off.
Got it. No, guys, it's okay. I got it. I'm about to get off
listen.
work. I'll take care of it. Okay. I'll drop it off at Nicole's house without her mom's. I got it.
I want to say about that would never happen today. Never. No one would ever say, yeah, I'll drive them to your house.
Yeah, it's like, can you pick them up at my house or something?
Like, especially in retail.
Well, to be fair, Ron knew them. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, Ron was literally working in minimum, like, in a restaurant. He's like, yeah, I'll drive to your house to give you the glasses you forgot at this restaurant.
But they are
He knew them.
friends. They are friends. And if they were dating, it kind of lends more credence to, like, why he would want to see her.
Yeah. It
So
would make more sense.
So yeah, Goldman says he's going to take the glasses to Nicole after he gets off work, which was very shortly after the call. At
Yeah.
the same time, OJ and his housemate slash friend, Kato Kalin, who was also an actor, met at McDonald's for dinner.
How romantic.
I know. So, apparently, after going... And this is alleged. This is not 100% proven, but apparently the person they met at this location testified that they did meet. Apparently, the two went to a Burger King parking lot to buy meth from a drug dealer named JR.
Never in my life would I ever go to a Burger King to buy meth.
I'd buy meth at a Taco Bell, but that's it.
There's two rules. Never buy meth from a Burger King, and never buy no weed from the gas station.
Bro, never get no weed from no gas station.
I could just flatline it right here. Never buy meth. Never go to Burger King.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know which is worse, honestly.
So this
Burger King.
little anecdote is lends credence to the rumor that OJ might have been on drugs at the time of the killing, and that's what sent him over the edge. And
What was his excuse for the past 2 years of stalking her? Was he just always constantly on methamphetamine?
I don't know.
Or like during the 7 years of him abusing her, he's like, "Babe, get my funny rocks."
How fast? Wait, when did he get arrested?
A few days later.
Was
How fast does meth leave your bloodstream?
It's probably still there. But but there was so much police incompetence that I doubt they would have even checked.
I didn't think they knew he had meth until
They
later.
arrest him to get
Yeah,
him
no,
on
they
board.
didn't.
Hey, stick
They
out
wouldn't
all
have known
these
until
days.
later.
Yeah, allegedly the drug dealer who sold it said that he sold it to them.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. Maybe
The
he
drug
might have...
dealer go to jail?
It's
No.
at this point it's hearsay. You don't have a proper test.
Wait, the drug dealer didn't go to jail, even though he admitted, "I sold them that."
If you do it on the stand, you kind of get like... what's it called? Like...
Like a pass.
Yeah.
All right, you told the truth.
So...
That's not what they're for, so it's yeah.
So, Nicole Brown's neighbor testifies that they heard Nicole's dog barking at the condo where she lived for a period of 40 minutes between 10:15 and 10:50.
This is where I think they're on the most dumbest thing in the world, bro.
Uh-huh.
I already said this on the last one. I am waiting maybe 10 minutes at most till I'm going to my neighbors, banging on the door, telling the dog to shut up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not waiting no 40
Yeah,
minutes.
that's because you suck the job.
I feel like they'll hear me out. I feel like for example, like Riley wouldn't do shit. Just
No,
because he
I
has
wouldn't either.
dogs that
I wouldn't
bark all
either.
day.
I would get up and be like, Oliver, because I know it's Oliver. What are you barking at?
I'm saying, like, if you heard your neighbor's dog barking,
Oh,
you would think,
fuck no.
It's a dog like mine.
No. If
Bro, DJ and me, 10 minutes after, if you don't get that dog to shut the fuck up,
I'm shooting it. I'm shooting it.
I'm gonna kill it.
so, the dog escapes the backyard or wherever the yard.
Can you
Wherever it's at.
imagine? No, wait a minute. Can you imagine? Like, a neighbor getting so pissed at the dog, he steps over Nicole's body and fucking shoots it.
Get this damn dog out. Shut that damn dog up.
OJ's chasing the dog with the knife, and like the neighbor shoots it. It's like, I don't give a fuck about what you're doing. I'm trying to sleep. That ain't my business. Ain't gonna be my business. But this dog barking, that is my business.
That's a good mentality right there.
Yeah, it's a great mentality.
Don't be getting in business that ain't yours.
Great mentality.
Yeah, so
Gus would have died. Gus would have been. Gus would
Me?
be the guy be like, yeah, the key, like the glasses, bro, the glasses. Wait a minute, the glasses.
your glasses.
When I work with food retail, I'm telling you, if a customer dropped their life savings, their soul, I would stare at it like, I'm sorry, can you get me that? Like, that ain't part of my job, dog.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
gonna be real with you, dog. That looks like it's your problem.
So I'd probably be the guy that like you like drop a 20 or something on the floor. I just step on it with my shoe and just like start
slide
sliding
your
it.
shoe.
Yeah.
I would do
Making
that.
eye contact with you while you're doing it.
Eye contact. What are you really gonna do about it?
You're nothing.
Bro, I'd like to admit, because OJ was
You know what they're gonna do about it?
I want to say OJ was definitely trying to chase the dog down. So I would like just to imagine for that whole 40 minutes just running laps around the fucking yard, like trying to get that bitch.
He's not, because, okay, so let's talk about what happens. So the dog escapes
Yeah.
and, like, comes up to a guy walking in the neighborhood, and the dog has blood all over its leg. Its leg is covered in blood. But the owner goes back to his house, gets his wife, and then they follow it back to the house, Nicole's house, where they discover Nicole Brown lying outside.
I just thought of this. He was like, "I'm not dying alone."
No, he's not. He wasn't like, I'm not dying alone. He's like, I need somebody to throw
I need
so
a
I can
shield.
have more time to run away.
I need
I
somebody
need a
to...
shield.
Yeah.
Listen, I
I
love
think
you
he was
guys.
hoping she would get caught in the crossfire.
Listen, I love you guys. Y'all are my friends, right? If you ever see some bullshit going down, and I'm like, hey, one of you guys come with me, don't come with me.
I'm
Oh,
coming with
maybe
you.
I know. Maybe
Y'all
I
are
know.
gonna be shields before y'all know it. I'll be the type of guy to look at a demon in the eye and go like, you want their soul? They're younger. They got a year more than me.
So police were called, and the police discovered the body of Ron Goldman near a tree. There was no signs of forced entry, meaning it was very likely that Nicole heard a knock at the door, came downstairs, and opened it for somebody. Maybe she knew them, maybe she didn't. And then opened the door, and that's when the attacker attacked her.
I have a question. Do you know the layout of her door?
Yeah, it's a rectangle.
Does it have an eye hole?
Yeah,
Who doesn't check?
Probably.
I was gonna say,
Who doesn't check?
Who
Who
doesn't?
doesn't check?
I always
Bro, like,
Me.
in my
I don't
own
check.
room, if somebody knocks, I crack it open a little bit with my shoe behind it so I can still close it.
Nicole's body was found near the bottom of the porch leading up to the door. And like I said, Goldman's was in a tree near the yard. Nicole was stabbed multiple times in the neck and head, and she had few defensive wounds, meaning the struggle was short.
Yeah.
She did not defend herself very much. I'm sure she tried.
Yeah, show me
Probably
first,
because
bro.
the killer knew what they were doing.
Or maybe it's because the killer was also twice her body weight in pure muscle.
Yes, because
An
the
athlete and high on meth.
Not to mention, not a athlete, one of the leading athletes of his time against a woman that's half his age.
the killer severed her carotid artery in her neck.
I don't know what that is.
It is like the most important
Yeah.
vein
Yeah.
in your neck.
Hey, bro, aren't they all important?
It's the most important one.
But it's like, okay, say you cut like your carotid artery or whatever. If you don't call an ambulance immediately or just book 90 on like Michigan, you're dead.
You'll die.
Yep.
So, they also found a boot print on Nicole's back, meaning the killer stepped down, grabbed her head, and sliced her throat. And this, also something important to note, that her head was barely attached to her body when they found her.
Merciless.
So she was brutalized.
Well,
I just want to say, like, the whole thing about the blueprint, it reminds me a lot about this other case where the blueprint was actually the thing that led to the killer getting caught.
Do you think Richard Ramirez did this?
No. I'm not saying it was him. I'm just saying, I don't think they tested the blueprint.
Because
How do you
Richard
test
Ramirez is in prison.
Question.
Listen.
He
We
did
don't
this-
know that.
We do.
He could have escaped for several hours and hopped right back in his cell. And
He took a lunch break.
everybody being
from prison.
none the wiser. Probably just killed the first person he saw.
You said her head was barely attached, but OJ used a knife. Does that mean he was like going back and forth like it's a fucking violin?
Yeah.
He stood on her. He stood on her back, grabbed her head, and slit her throat. Whoever did it,
OJ.
right?
Yeah.
So
Just got an
it's like a-
on my phone.
It's like optimal slicing position, I
Yeah.
feel like. So I'm not surprised that it went pretty deep.
so
I think like the cop saw it, like, man, this guy should become a butcher.
the first person they suspect is a butcher. We know you killed that Nicole girl.
Look at the way
who?
you sliced that beef. It's exactly the same.
Damn.
So
When I find this guy, I want to hire him.
I got a barbecue coming up. Oh.
Listen, I'll let you off if you give me 3 pounds of beef.
give me that wagyu shit.
And OJ's like, okay. He's like, and 2 pounds of chicken. No, arrest me. You ask too much.
Yep. Listen, man, this is expensive.
So Goldman, who was a black belt in karate, was also stabbed.
No.
Look at that,
No, you're not gonna glide over that.
Come on! I thought I could get away with it.
No, he had a black belt in fucking karate. He tried to slide over that as he got fucking brutalized by OJ.
The funny part is, there's little struggle with him, too.
He has very few
Listen.
defensive wounds, but he has the same
He learned
injuries.
American
You know what happened?
karate.
You want to know what happened? He saw OJ. He's like, "Your glasses!" He saw her getting her throat slit. He said,
Your
and
glasses.
then shoulder charge. Right here.
Like a
And said,
middle,
winded.
in middle school. It was not a recent
Nah,
one.
man.
He was like,
Listen.
nah, man, I'm a black belt. Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna-
Karate just doesn't teach you about how to counter shoulder charges.
No,
You wanna know why?
how to charge her.
Because you don't counter shoulder charges.
Why do you make it sound like that's all he did? Like he's a fucking Smash character mashing his side B.
Side B.
Because he probably did that.
Goldman's
Look,
against
I main
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. I main Pac-Man.
Listen,
Oh my God.
let me spell out what happened to you guys during the crime scene. OJ shoulder charged him from across the front yard. He ran from the door all the way to the sidewalk. Boom! Hit him against the tree. This guy's wounded. He's stunned. Not wounded. He's stunned. He's winded. And then that just gives OJ plenty of time to do whatever he pleases.
No, he just kept shoulder smashing him against this tree.
Shoulder
Like a
charge,
hammer.
shoulder charge.
So
It's like when someone's
Like when the cops got there.
in Mortal Kombat.
Half of his body was just like bending with the tree.
it's in the tree. So
Not to mention, Goldman like turns around. He just hears, because Nicole, like I would imagine this backyard's an average sized backyard. So
No,
I'm
no,
guessing
no,
this
this is the
Okay.
front door.
Yeah, front lawn.
Oh, so this is a whole lawn.
Yeah.
So he just saw OJ. Chugga, 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 chugga.
I can just imagine he just looks at him, just sees a blob, just head towards him, and like just had no time to counter. Exactly. Oh,
So, interestingly enough, found near Goldman's body was a knit cap, a left-hand leather glove, and the glasses that he wanted to return.
Why do you guys keep putting so much fucking emphasis on the glasses? I feel like I'm watching an episode of Scooby Doo and Alma.
glasses.
The knit cap is important because something they teach you in Navy SEAL, like a lot of Navy SEALs when they go on stealth missions, will wear that cap as to help them blend in.
Which only means that it wasn't OJ. It was the Navy SEAL that trained him.
We'll get that when we do theories at the end. When we do theories at the end, we have to have Dijon's fucking theory. So, investigators took this and they think that the attacker knocked on the door. Nicole answered it. Nicole dies. While the killer is doing his whole, thing, Ron Goldman shows up on the scene and trying to get rid of a witness or potentially thinking maybe it's her new lover
This
and getting
means
jealous.
homeboy. Wait a second. This means homeboy stepped out the car and then decided to drive away. This is the front
And didn't even
lawn.
bother
You
calling
would
for
see it.
help.
No.
Didn't even bother calling for help. Not bothered screaming. He saw this Giga Chad athlete murder someone. Goes like, I got this.
I learned karate in the mall. Ah!
Sensei
Black
Dave
belt
would be
karate,
proud.
and he had to drop off some glasses.
My glasses.
He was a man on the mission. He was a man on the mission. He's like,
So-
listen, he's looking at OJ, who's like twice his size. Listen, Buckaroo, I got a pair of glasses,
Buckaroo.
and I got a pair of glasses and a mission. Now, you can either get in my way and face the consequences, or you can walk aside.
Definitely said Buckaroo.
He's getting shoulder charged.
OJ's
So,
gone.
so I know what you're thinking. What was OJ doing at the same time? So at 10:40, OJ's personal driver arrives at OJ's house, and he buzzed him, but OJ wasn't home. And OJ's driver was supposed to take OJ to the airport because OJ was going to go play golf with some Hertz Rent-A-Car representatives and maybe go to some sort of convention with them. And he was... doesn't matter where he was going, but he was going to Chicago. That's all that matters. So, at 10:40, the limo driver, or the personal driver, sees a shadowy figure enter OJ's home. When OJ finally emerged at 11 o'clock... he gets into the car and started complaining about how hot it was, and he was like really sweaty and shit. And he rolls down the windows, and it's like actually cold outside. It's not warm. OJ's just so he's obviously very nervous. When they get to
And
the
probably like high out of his mind as well, but
yeah, that too. When they get to the airport,
It's like he ran a while, to get that sweaty.
It's like he had to rush two dudes or two people and shoulder charge them. It's weird.
Almost. And chase after a dog.
Yeah, no, he did not chase the dog. Okay, the dog was in the yard or the house or whatever, it just escaped. But it wasn't in the front yard. So,
How did he get out, though?
why didn't they take it as a witness? It was such an oversight by the cops.
because
Like, after
The
40
dog?
minutes, the dog
Cops
was
did a lot of oversights, man.
yes.
You think, like, the dog was just like, alright, I've been barking for 40 minutes. This is bullshit. I'm letting myself out.
Man, fuck this shit. I'm getting out of here.
He just gets on his hind legs, just unlocks the door, and just walks
I
out.
don't even know why I fucking try with this bark bullshit.
Man, this is fucking...
You're
Man,
talking in English. Man, I don't even know why I fucking bother with that bark bullshit.
The blood wasn't even his. He was just standing in front of Nicole when her knife was there when the throat was being slit by the knife.
He was helping.
man, this bitch doesn't feed me. Fuck him up, OJ.
Fuck this bitch. God,
He was the one with the blueprint.
He stepped on her back and
Yep.
killed her. Oh my god, the dog did it.
Yep.
Instead of a blueprint, found a paw print like this.
What's
What
this?
the fuck?
What's his paw print doing on her back?
Dude, that's a boot. Okay.
Yeah, like
Another mess up by the LAPD.
It was just
Yeah, another
LAPD
mess up.
oversight.
There was a dog footprint. And like, I think I know what a dog footprint looks like. These are obviously Timberland pros.
So, OJ goes to the airport, and there was a specific knapsack that the driver was not allowed to touch. OJ was like, "No, I'll take it. No, I'll take it," and he just disappeared. And
the night, never to be heard from again.
well, on the plane,
It's the end of the story.
yeah,
Yep.
and nothing happened.
All right, guys.
I'll
Stay
see you guys
bodacious.
later.
God damn it, Dijon. So, let's talk about the arrest. It's a bit of a saga. So the LAPD was sent to go to Simpson's house, not to arrest him because they thought he was a suspect, but to inform him that he needed to pick up his kids that he shares with Nicole.
Custody with, yeah.
Because they were sleeping the entire time that the two were being killed in the front yard. And he needed to pick them up from the police station.
All right, guys. Let's think about
That's
this.
just
They
probably
slept
how
through-
swift that was. Like, just how quick it was. Like,
That, and it was so silent. No one else
No,
heard it.
no. Think about this.
and she was at a
Those
a
kids.
condo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a,
After
that's a
40
very
minutes
sound.
of a dog bark.
Yeah, also the neighbors probably didn't care.
Bro.
Yeah.
So, when the police got there, they buzzed the intercom for 30 minutes, and nobody answered, not even Kato Kalin. Who was in the house?
Nobody answers the fucking buzzer. Guess there's no crime.
Yeah, whatever.
All
So
right, pack it up, boys.
the police
Yeah,
notice.
That's the same logic of a cop going up to somebody who's like, "You a drug lord?" No. Oh, all right, guys, he's clear. Like,
They sat there for 30 minutes, half an hour, just buzzing. Like, I bet you this one she's gonna answer.
Do you think he'll
This is
sign
the
our
one
football
guy.
memorabilia still? So
Guys, I
I
got
think they're all just like wearing like jerseys and
They're all like wearing his merch. Yeah.
jerseys,
can't
holy
believe
football.
I get to meet OJ.
first time.
No. First time.
No,
I
not
met
like-
him 6 times.
I've been to every one of their arrests.
This is my 14th football.
One more, and I get a free sandwich.
I have 8 sons. So the police notice that OJ's car was parked at a weird angle, and upon further inspection, there is blood on one of the stores. So
Doors on one of the stores. He has a store.
Fuck is a store on
on
a
the
car?
door.
I know what you said.
Anyways,
Feel
okay,
bad?
fine. Let me restart. So
No. Not restarting because then you're gonna cut that out.
You're right. You're right.
Fuck off.
So fine,
So they
whatever.
found blood in the stores.
So that. Fuck both of you.
You better keep this all in.
Fine. Okay, let me move on. So, detectives enter the OJ house because they think that somebody might be in danger. You know,
How the hell does he have a store on a car?
Like inside the house.
okay, Ollie. Okay, Ollie, you fucking bumblebutt motherfucker.
All right, I'm done.
No, you're not.
So, detectives think somebody might be in danger and enter the house without a warrant or anything. Because they thought that the way that the car was parked and like the blood on the door might mean OJ got hurt and just went to his house instead of trying to get help.
So like he was the one with the black belt.
You see the blood, like, fuck, my star running back. Fuck. We gotta
No!
get there.
Get in there! He's gotta sign my merch!
No. My fantasy team will be ruined. Get in there.
OJ has not played football for a while at this
I don't
point.
think fantasy was even an idea by the time he was.
I don't fucking know.
So Kato Kalin is home, and they do not find OJ. But they find Kato Kalin, and he says that, yeah, he heard some weird noises outside when OJ was coming home last night. But OJ's not here. And the police search the premises because they're like, this is weird. Why is there blood on the car? You know, shit like that. And they find a right glove to match the left one found at the crime scene.
Planted.
By the LAPD.
Yep.
And they decide that, okay, we need to talk to OJ. We need to question him. But OJ's not in town. He's in Chicago.
Yeah.
And OJ eventually comes back and gets taken in for questioning on the 13th. So this is the day prior. And detectives, or the next day. This is the next day. Detectives notice a cut on his hand, and when he asked how he got it, OJ said he cut himself in Chicago after hearing Nicole was killed.
That was planted there by the LAPD as well, actually.
MK Ultra.
Can I just say, if that was me in that scenario, I'd get arrested on the spot. Because I would dead ass look at the cops and just be like, I have no fucking idea. You know how many times I like accidentally find cuts in my arms and shit?
No, Eunice, listen to
No.
this.
Think
Listen.
about this though.
So they asked him how specifically did he get the cut, and he said, I don't know. But he knows that he cut himself after he found out Nicole died.
Think about this though, right?
Nicole!
Do it, guys.
Do it, guys. Do
No,
it.
up here.
Nicole! Oh
That's
my.
exactly how he cut himself, and it's so stupid.
Yeah. So, OJ agrees to. Obviously, he does the interview, and then he agrees to give a blood sample so they can compare it to the blood found or to DNA at the crime scene. And he goes on his merry way. And on the 14th, OJ hires Robert Shapiro, who is not related to Ben Shapiro.
What about Ben
Bullshit.
Shapiro's sister?
He's not. He's not. He's not related to Ben Shapiro. I looked it up.
Oh.
His sister, though.
No.
Bullshit.
Their parents?
They're not.
Are you
Cousins.
sure?
They're not related.
Cousins.
No. No. Moving on.
So you don't know anymore. You don't know anymore.
Yeah, now I don't. I just looked up, are they related? And it said no. And I was like,
Well,
okay, good.
To be fair, if the Adam and Eve story is true, then technically they are distant cousins. So I'd say they're blood related. In
That
a
goes
way.
beyond
mad.
Adam and Eve, Gus. That's like an actual thing. We're all related.
That's what I'm saying. They're related.
My cousin?
I hope Dijon and I are related, but like distant enough to like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I could say
I
the
think,
Yeah, I understand.
Riley, when did your family move to America?
Oh, I have no. Probably
Italian.
probably the 30s, 20s,
They're
30s.
Italian.
30s, 30s? Yeah, I was thinking
We're Italian.
Italians, right?
Yeah, we were Italian.
So,
I said we're Italian.
okay. Mob.
Yeah,
Ah.
I wish.
No, that my family would have been part of the Haitians.
Oh, that's good though.
bitch.
That's good though. So Robert Shapiro, he hires Robert Shapiro to assemble the dream team of lawyers because OJ knows something's cooking.
What is the movie? He's going out to all the lawyers and putting together a team.
So
I could just imagine the entire time the dream speedrunning music. is
yeah,
playing.
I realized
Oh, my
what you were
goodness.
talking about, Gus. I was like, what is he?
Yeah, I thought I had to clarify.
It was funny.
Yeah.
So the LAPD gets back some of the tests early, and they find OJ's DNA was at the crime scene. However, they do not file charges because they wanted to wait until every test was finished. So, yeah.
Yeah, we found the knife with his fingerprints with her blood on it. And yeah, his DNA was there. And yeah, we have video evidence that was him. But maybe we should wait.
Just wait a little bit longer. Because they, I mean... It
could've
makes
jumped
no
the gun.
sense. It makes
Could
no
have just been
sense.
his twin brother with matching DNA. It could have.
Maybe that's
Might make sense to police officers, you know.
I don't think it does.
Maybe they weren't done planting more evidence.
They wanted more
That's
signatures.
true.
They wanted more signatures.
Can we
they're on
wait
the phone
until
with
he
the police,
signs
they're on-
one more thing?
Exactly. Like,
Guys,
on the
I
phone
have
with
a
the-
genuine Buffalo Bills helmet that I'm waiting for him to sign.
Like the police chief's on the phone with like the forensics team. Like, yeah,
push
DNA
it back.
matches. You might as well cuff him. And like the chief is there with OJ with his football. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to give me a minute."
Can I have
Can we
5 minutes alone
Push
with
back
the man?
the arrest for a little bit longer.
It's like when they go to interrogate him, he's like, "I got this." Just brings in like a black bag, just like full of like clothes and stuff for OJ to sign.
Oh, OJ. That's how they wear him down.
And, like he distracts them. There's like a signed football he has. He's like, "Look, go get it."
Like a dog.
OJ's
Yeah.
shoulder charges into the wall.
That's how he escapes.
And he breaks the glass and just jumps over and leaves. Oh my. So
Currently killing the guy behind the glass.
just starts fucking Hulk smash. So this is on the 14th, and on the 16th, OJ spends the night at a friend of his house named Robert Kardashian.
Is he related to the Kardashians?
Yes,
Yes, he is.
That,
He is Kim Kardashian's father.
as well as the other ones.
Yeah, well, obviously.
No, only
Did-
Kim's.
Well, I mean, no. Oh my god. Anyways, so
Planted, like everything else.
The dad was planted.
the LAPD put him in that house. So on June 17th, OJ spends the night the night of the 16th going into the 17th, and on the 17th, the final DNA tests come back, and they confirm OJ's DNA is indeed at that crime scene. So the LAPD informs Robert Shapiro, who is the lawyer, at this time that he is going to be charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. And OJ, they say like, okay, OJ's going to turn himself in, and he gets a pretty good deal when it comes to like how he's going to turn himself in. The police didn't think that somebody as famous as OJ was going to try to flee, so they delayed his sentencing so he could go see a mental health professional first. Or not his sentencing, but at the time of his surrender. So he could see a mental health professional before he turned himself in, because OJ was exhibiting signs of suicidal depression, like he was about to kill himself.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Apparently,
That's a shame.
he calls his mom and his children and then writes 3 letters. One was addressed to the public, one was addressed to his mother, and then one was addressed to his children. 1,000 reporters waited for by the LAPD for OJ to turn himself in. But noon came and went and he did not show up. So they knew that they had to go arrest him. So they arrive at the Kardashian residence, and OJ, as well as his friend Al Cowlings, who is a actor as well, are gone. And so is a white Ford Bronco. They are gone. And they issue an APB for OJ and the Bronco and an arrest warrant for Al Cowlings.
The famous
Yep.
low speed chase.
The famous... We'll get to that in a second because I want Eunice to guess something. Robert Kardashian reads the note that was addressed to the public, and him, as well as a mental health professional, took it as a suicide note because he says, I can't take this anymore. He talks about his last wish being for everyone to leave his kids alone, but the first line is, first, everyone understand I had nothing to do with Nicole's murder. Which is like, did you?
Screams innocence.
Yeah.
I hate to just randomly cut this in, but I just Googled it, and the reason why Robert Shapiro and Ben Shapiro have the last name is because they're both Jewish and Jewish. And Shapiro is not common, but it is a Jewish name.
I don't believe you.
Harold Goldman, huh?
I believe you. So, Shapiro pleads for OJ to turn himself in. And they find OJ and Al on the highway, and a cop pulls up to them, and Al yells that OJ has a gun to his head, and they need to back off because he's going to kill himself. 20 cops follow them on the highway. Eunice,
Is it really necessary?
Eunice, guess how... They're on the highway. Guess how fast they're going the entire time.
40?
They were going 35.
Oh.
This lasted for 2 hours. This interrupted the NBA playoffs between the Knicks and the Rockets. This was Game 5 and the Knicks won.
It was a big game for the Knicks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Every major news outlet covered it, and they had just a little square at the bottom of the thing that was playing the game.
I just want to say, good. I hate basketball.
You do?
Take that back.
Shut up, Dijon.
Yeah, Dijon.
You know, I'll take it back if you can score a 3-pointer.
Ooh.
You know what? You know what? I'll gladly do it if you try to make a 3-pointer with me.
So, OJ goes back to his house, where he stays in the Bronco for 40 minutes, and then stays in his house for almost an hour. Inside his house, he calls his mom, and has a couple glasses of orange juice.
Mama, coming home.
Oh, the Queen song fits perfectly with this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which Queen song?
But,
What Queen song could you possibly be talking about?
There's
Bohemian
only
Rhapsody. And a bicycle
I know.
race.
Yeah, no, it's Fat Bottom Girls, obviously.
Fat bottom girls, I just stabbed Nicole Brown.
You're next.
And I side tackled a Jew.
OJ was raised.
Shoulder charge.
So OJ has a couple glasses of orange juice, calls his mom, and then surrenders. Inside,
Is mom talk him out of it?
I just want to say,
no idea.
he should have done it.
He should have done it. Maybe.
Ruin the game.
Damn you,
Can
Dijon.
we cut Dijon from the podcast?
Just edit him out.
Yeah.
So inside the Bronco, they find $8,000 in cash, a change of clothes, the gun, which was a .357 Magnum, a passport, family pictures, and disguise kit with a fake goatee and mustache. Interestingly enough, none of the items found inside the Bronco and the suicide note were allowed to be admitted as evidence.
I'm gonna step out real quick. I'm gonna have somebody else up for me. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
I can't wait to see.
It's
what
gonna
this
be
joke is.
Gus coming back with a goatee or some shit. Nicole Brown.
Oh,
I'm
hey.
here to sub in for Gus.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
so now that Gus is gone,
God, I fucking hate Gus.
Yeah.
for audio listeners, he came back with glasses on.
And it hurts because I'm wearing contacts right now.
that sucks. Take them off.
Get off.
Yeah, I will. It's also
Dude.
dirty.
I literally lost my contacts and I refuse to wear my glasses. So I drive super carefully right now.
That's
Wear your damn glasses.
dude. You're gonna die.
That's what time roll for me.
So on June
Oh,
20th,
wait. What's your car again?
Dodge Charger.
Okay, guys, if you see a white Dodge Charger, run.
Just
The license plate is.
So on June 20th, OJ pleads not guilty to the murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. And originally there was some drama around this case because at the beginning, you have a right to a fair trial, which means they have to ask jurors beforehand if they know who you are and if they think there is a chance you did or didn't do it.
Right.
At this point, not only does everyone know who OJ is, but the police chase was televised.
Yeah.
So-
and I feel
At this
they
point,
already made up their mind.
yeah, at this point, everybody knows. On July 7th, they determined that there was enough evidence to reasonably bring it to trial. And they had a second preliminary hearing where OJ could plead again, and he said he absolutely 100% did not do it. So he pled not guilty. And this begins the trial of the century.
So many better,
What, Dijon?
so many better cases.
Yeah, but none of them were quite as big.
Yeah.
True.
So,
When it comes to rating, this is the best case.
oh yeah.
True. Definitely.
So, the trial begins on January 24th, 1995, 7 months after the murders, and the judge who presided over this case was Lance Ito. This is important because apparently he was a bit of a media hog afterwards.
Who the fuck thinks of these names?
He was an Asian man.
My parents still fans.
Okay,
No, that's
yeah.
not fair.
And the trial lasted 134
Eunice.
days.
Eunice.
Aye.
No.
Your name.
Eunice.
At least my name makes sense, not Lance or what is this fucking Pokemon?
No, his name is
Wait,
Lance
wait.
Ito.
No, think about this, guys. Who would name their child like something stupid, like think of a random condiment, mustard, Dijon, like.
Dijon. Oh my god.
Now just imagine just smashing as many vowels as you can into one name.
Shut up. Shut up. We're done with the names. Continue.
All right, so the prosecution was led by Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden. They argued that the whole domestic violence aspect of this escalated into the murder.
That makes sense.
Apparently, the night of the murders, Nicole and OJ were having a big fight over the dress that the daughter was wearing. And so OJ was pissed after this. And on top of it all, OJ had a girlfriend at the time who wasn't allowed to attend the recital, even though they had a pretty good, everything was chill. But OJ comes back and she broke up with him because she was pissed.
Where were you?
What reason again?
I was on trial.
What did you
That's
say,
not
John?
making it confused.
No, it wasn't for the trial.
No, this
thing,
was
right?
the night of the dance recital, the night of the murders.
Yeah.
So the prosecution.
She got pissed because she wasn't invited to not her own daughter's side.
Yeah.
She felt like he was like pushing her away, you know, when she wanted to be part of the family, you know. Because OJ doesn't have full custody of the kids, but like a little bit, you know.
Right.
So the prosecution argued that this and the divorce caused OJ to snap because, like he said, he's stalking Nicole, and he just snapped, and he killed Nicole and Ron. And when he left town, he disposed of the murder evidence, which was in that knapsack nobody was allowed to touch. The prosecution started by playing the domestic violence 911 call that Nicole Brown made in 1989. This specific one was the only time OJ got arrested out of the 8 times he got the police calling him.
Yeah. They're just reasonable.
Brown's sister also testified and talked about the domestic violence. She also told a story about when OJ picked Nicole up, hurled her against a wall, and then threw her out of the house during an argument.
Tossed her up to the shoulder, charged her midair. And she just flew against the opposite wall.
OJ's Thanos.
Basically.
Oh my god. So the whole case was not all domestic violence, though, unfortunately.
It's just domestic abuse charges.
He did get charged for domestic abuse with that. Not that time, but like with that one arrest.
Right.
Once out of 8.
Well, yeah, he was going for 6.
Okay, but
No, it was 5.
no.
He was going for 5.
So, okay, I get that they got like their stuff signed and everything, you know. But what made them legitimately not report?
OJ's famous,
report him.
and he can just talk his way out of anything.
That's why he gets
we saw how smooth he was earlier with ladies. Like I imagine that.
Yeah, but I mean,
goes
okay.
over the cops too.
Think about it like this, though. I guess, like Dahmer was able to talk his way out of it too, even though it was for different reasons. Some people are just so smooth and like famous, and it's like, hey, I'm OJ, you know. And then it doesn't matter. This was not all domestic violence because the prosecution also had DNA evidence, which they thought lent this to being an open and shut case, which it obviously wasn't.
Which it really is.
It is.
It really
now.
is.
It is now. But we'll talk about it later. But DNA evidence at the time was fairly new, which lent to some doubt that the defense was able to take full advantage of. And let me just read you just an example of the odds that OJ's blood or that his DNA wasn't at the crime scene. The odds of OJ's DNA, which was found next to blood drops, next to footprints leaving the crime scene, the odds that was a mistake, because his DNA was found next to the footprints, was 1 in 9.7 billion.
I like those.
Al Riley. Which you didn't tell these people were about to sneeze.
Listen.
So what if OJ sneezed?
It was it or was it not a windy day?
It wasn't. I don't know if it was a windy day. All I know is it wasn't hot.
It's fair to assume that if it was a windy day and OJ forgot to take his allergy medication in the morning, it might just be possible
that he sneezed.
He let off a sneeze without covering his mouth and elbow.
Mm-hmm.
And the sneeze particles, the droplets got picked up by the wind, and they just.
And the wind was so strong that whoever killed Nicole, it was able to pick off the blood off of the floor and get it on his car.
I'm not done yet. One of her windows were open.
So you're telling me
the droplets landed all over,
everywhere.
Oh, like listen, you've seen like if you like see videos of like capturing sneezes, there's a lot that comes out, man.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You'd be surprised.
This sounds like the same logic as something I was pitched last night in a Discord call. It's called
How does it feel, Eunice?
The foreskin curtain. And I don't want to
Should I
talk.
get the chart out?
No,
I'll get the
no,
chart.
we're in the no, not right now. We'll do it on a side episode.
A whole hour of me ranting about why your dick needs curtains.
We could do that. That'd be hilarious. Oh my god. But anyways, so like I said, DNA evidence fairly new at the time, so not a lot of people really took this as like damning case open and shut evidence, which it is nowadays. I mean, like, I don't even think the prosecution would need to say anything else. Robert Shapiro stepped down, and the new head of the defense was Johnny Cochran, who has the...
telling you these names are bullshit.
These names are
Johnny
100%
Cochran. I'm
made.
sure he wasn't called Johnny Cochran in middle school. I'm sure.
I'm sure he was. So
Johnny
Johnny...
bullied.
So it was Johnny Cochran. Other members were F. Lee Bailey, Robert Kardashian, Alan Dershowitz, Robert Blassier, and Gerald Uleman.
There are things I named Pokemon.
Yeah,
telling you these
Uleman.
names aren't real. It's such cap.
So the defense took a different approach to this. Instead of... They tried to argue that this whole case was police incompetence. Their strategy was called compromised, contaminated, corrupted. They argued that evidence was compromised at collection, contaminated in the police lab, and planted at the scene by corrupt police officers. A doctor named Robert Huizenga testified that OJ was physically unable to commit the crimes because of his arthritis and injuries from playing football over the years. However, prosecution played a workout video OJ made a few weeks before the murders called OJ Minimum Maintenance for Fitness for Men.
I actually remember seeing that actual the video.
In a JonTron video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I remember actually Eunice
There was
told
a-
me about that.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was hilarious.
The tape, which is
There was a lot of elbow work. You know.
He's a comedian.
So, like I said, the like official timeline, like we were talking about before, was that the murders took place within that time period of 10 to 10:50, that 40 minutes. But a doctor named Michael Baden testified that the murders actually took place closer to 11 o'clock, which was when Simpson was in the car, so he couldn't have done it.
Makes sense.
However, the DNA on the car was Ron Goldman's, and a doctor who I couldn't find the name of testified for the defense something similar, that he could not have committed the crimes, but it was uncovered that weeks before he went on record saying there was no way that Goldman's blood could have been on the car if OJ did not do it. So they're already contradicting themselves.
Yep.
But let's move. Dijon, what did you want to say?
It might be the fact that it's OJ. You know?
Maybe. But
He
Maybe
would,
everybody was just looking for a payday.
yeah, listen, OJ is their scapegoat.
Hey, man. Ain't nothing but a cheat day.
A cheat day.
You want to get it?
Yeah, anyways, so like I said, the defense focused on the LAPD planted evidence. One thing I want to say about the contamination at the lab was that a whole vial of blood was mishandled because an intern put it in her lab coat and took it home with her.
Vial of the century.
Yeah. So let's get
They
to...
couldn't even get that right.
It's so stupid. They actually did fuck this case up so bad.
Yeah.
So let's get to the infamous glove. It was soaked in blood, so to preserve it, the LAPD froze it, which caused the leather glove to shrink.
Yep.
OJ was on anti-inflammatory arthritis medication, which made his hand swell. Which means when OJ tried try the glove on. The glove did not fit. Which means if it
And
doesn't
you know what
fit,
that means?
you must acquit.
Must quit. And
Exactly.
it rhymes.
Johnny Cochran actually said that. So
Hold on.
yeah. So yeah,
It rhymes.
He's not guilty.
It rhymes.
It did rhyme.
Duh.
Rhymes are guilty, man.
The prosecution's looking around. They're like, I didn't know he was going to use rhymes. Fuck.
What would you say if he did the murder, he's guilty? It doesn't rhyme. It doesn't rhyme.
Not catchy enough. Get him out of here.
We give up. The entire prosecution quits.
They don't say anything. They just start waving a white flag.
They're like, we give up. No closing arguments. Let him go.
You bring fucking Slim Shady out.
So, like I said before, there was a lot of planting evidence talk, but the specific man that they pointed at was Mark Furman, who was a detective at the LAPD. And he testified during the trial. So to discredit him, they played something called the Furman tapes. Eunice, what do you think the Furman tapes are?
I'm imagining a woman getting pregnant.
It is honestly worse than that. Mark Furman.
Because I heard the word firm, and I thought of Firm Nation.
No, that's his last name.
I thought of Foreman Grills.
What the fuck? His
Yeah,
name
I
is
remember.
fucking people.
Mark Furman.
The last name, dude.
Yeah. So the Furman tapes are a. This is so fucking dumb.
Want me to say it?
No. I can say it. It's so stupid. It is a recorded conversation where Mark Furman uses the N-word 41 times.
And how much time? How long was the conversation? It's important.
I have no idea.
Is it really that?
Hold
Is it
on.
really that?
Let me look it up.
That's not that bad.
Okay.
And the Furman tapes are 13 hours long, and it's a collection of times Mark Furman has used the N-word over years, even before the trial.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah, well, when the jury is majority
The
black
majority
people,
was
I think it's pretty
almost all
solid.
black, minus 2 people.
If DJ was there, he
I
would
think
have
that's pretty
given a
solid.
fuck.
Well, DJ is a
Dijon's a
specimen.
little different.
Let's be completely honest. It'd probably take Ali 5 days to say it that many times.
It would
5
take-
hours, dude.
Yeah, no, that
How many times did he say it?
41. But this is
I
over
can do that in
years.
a minute. I can do that in a minute. Watch this.
No. So
Observe.
So all of this kind of cascades to the verdict, which the defense quickly turned this from a murder trial to it's about race. The LAPD is racist, so they planted all this evidence. Mark Furman is racist because he said the N-word 41 times, so he planted the bloody glove and framed OJ. And
What time period
Yeah,
was this?
I agree
it is-
wholeheartedly.
that's actually important, Dijon. This is 1992, this is 1994, 2 years after the LA race riots.
It happens.
Yeah, in 1992 there was a lot of racial tensions. There was a brutal arrest of a man named Rodney King, which ended in the 4 officers that beat him being acquitted on all charges. He did live, but died in 2013 of accidental drowning. Very
How do
unrelated.
you accidentally drown?
I have no idea.
I'm a little
You're
thirsty,
gonna
guys.
look me dead in the eyes, and you gonna tell me
No,
this
Gus is drowning!
Gus! No! Gus! Gus!
He's saved!
Grown man who had all that bullshit happen to him accidentally. Who the fuck? How can you purposely drown?
That's what I was saying! There's only 2 things. Murder and someone drowning. That is it. There's no
That's drowning.
accidental.
Oh fuck! I wasn't supposed to drown till 5 o'clock. Shit.
Like,
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So,
Does he have it in his bookmark? Like, oh, okay, drowning, October 24th.
the other big race thing that happens in 1992 is the killing of a 16-year-old, well, this specifically, the killing of a 16-year-old girl named Latasha Harlins. She was shot by a store owner who caught her trying to steal orange juice and just shot her with a shotgun.
Seems like anything related to OJ is just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That
this
was a warning shot.
in
You know?
planned
right
that.
into her chest.
OJ
Okay.
planned that.
No, wait. This actually should help my point. Why apple juice is just better than orange juice.
Shut up.
Pineapple juice supreme.
Man,
Oh, I have Bond juice upstairs.
No, I haven't had pineapple juice in a while. I need to have all three in front of me and just
Pineapple
drink it.
juice takes the cake by far.
I like pineapple.
I went to Kroger the other day and I saw that they had this pineapple juice mixed with orange juice.
Oh my god, I didn't cover my nose. I'm gonna be a part of a murder scene.
Oh my god.
Thank God.
Gus is now part of the OJ trial.
Oh,
Your
no.
sneeze goes back in time.
It's windy, bro.
Spins it around the earth so much that it goes back in time.
That it rewinds the earth.
What's the probability of that?
Wait a minute,
Right on
Gus.
this man.
Gus,
Yeah.
did you kill Nicole Brown?
Gus,
Yeah.
are you gonna
Moving
exit
on.
that round later?
So those
Moving on.
So those two things cascaded into, well, that, and also there was a lot of race shit going on, but those were the two big events.
Yep.
That
Who won?
led... What?
Who won the race?
I'm fighting for my damn life out
What?
here, guys. Nobody. Those two things
Oh.
led to the 1992 LA riots. So people thought that there was going to be another race riot if OJ was found guilty.
Right.
So, on October 3rd, 1995, the verdict is being read. Domino's Pizza has record-breaking sales. And OJ is found not guilty.
Fuck did you just say?
Yeah, Domino's Pizza had record-breaking sales because people were like, the verdict was being read. This is the trial of the century.
Lord.
The verdict is being read, and people just ordered pizza instead of eating out. They wanted to watch the verdict.
Man. He
That does sound like
made
America.
it. Like, all the odds are stacked against him, but he did it.
Yeah, OJ is found not guilty. In 1996, however, he loses the wrongful death lawsuit. And actually, during the reading of the verdict, the judge was like, first of all, this is not retribution. For which means, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But he had to pay $33.5 million to the Goldman family, of which apparently they have only seen 1%.
Wasn't he
Tuesday.
already broke by that point?
Probably. He had to. This was the thing that made him sell all his sports memorabilia.
Oh, yeah.
But that is not where it ends, because in 2006, OJ writes,
Yeah.
"If I Did It,"
Yeah.
which is a fucking garbage book. Do not read this.
Shut up.
I have read some of it, and I didn't. It's fucking bad. There's a typo on the first sentence of the second paragraph. He says, "As God is my witness." This wasn't written by him, but it is marketed as a hypothetical confession of how he thinks the killer did it.
And oddly enough, it sounds exactly word for word as how it is described.
Yeah, it's weird. Do you guys want to hear some reviews?
Sure.
So these are two reviews I got off Google. They're on different ends of the spectrum a little bit. This book was absolutely amazing. It had me crying tears of sadness and joy throughout. Truly unrivaled emotional power. Also, a very intellectual, far beyond the lower levels of such as 1984 by George Orwell. This book is
1984, one of the most historically changing books to ever exist, written by the power of one man, has nothing on
It quivers.
Story about
It
O.J.
is
Simpson.
nothing on this book.
It quivers against this book.
I can
It
barely
shivers
hold.
in fear every night.
This book is absolutely amazing. I can barely hold back tears thinking about the book.
Tears.
And then we have a
I'm about to cry from this comment.
Yeah, me too. When I
Sounds
read
like
that,
this was also planned.
yeah, the
This is
LAPD.
OJ himself.
That would be so funny. Oh my god. So, the next review. I haven't read the book, but I've done my fair share of research. If you don't think OJ was behind or even was the murderer of his wife, then have you been living under a rock? I mean, seriously, this whole book is him saying, hypothetically, I did it. The book seems to scream guilty, and this guy gave it 3 stars.
Didn't even
Well,
read.
he's
things.
biased, and
Two
his
things
judgment
about
cannot
that.
be taken seriously.
2 things about that. One, and I'm a very fair man. You can't talk shit unless you've read the book about the book.
Yeah.
I lost my second one. I'm gonna be honest. Like
So-
I was trying to. I forgot.
Keep going, though. Keep going.
So the book is published by Ron Goldman's father, which is why the if is really, really small. I don't know if you can see it.
And
in
it
the
says
glare.
Confessions of the Killer.
Yes. The ghostwriter for the book said in an interview that OJ did it. But in 2005, OJ also gave us Juiced.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What was Juiced, you may be asking?
It sounds like a porno.
Almost.
I wish.
It was a prank, like, you know those, like, they used to sell
Oh.
just, like, DVD specials?
Yeah.
It was just a DVD special of OJ pulling pranks on people, and
Yeah.
it was $20. There was also a music video, which you may be able to find online if you look. And he says, he's like, I'm not a Simpson named Bart.
He's got flow.
It's bad.
That's all I gotta say.
Miracle, little individual.
So, one of the pranks on Juiced was OJ selling a white Bronco to somebody and autographing it above a bullet hole.
Classy.
Yeah.
Wasn't it one of the pranks? He like jumped behind a door, holding a knife, screaming at a lady.
That was not a prank. That is an interview, which we were going to talk about in a little bit.
The comedian.
Yeah. So, also in the special, there's a scene of OJ dressed as Elvis, surrounded by strippers, which is really
Why'd
weird.
you say that? No, why'd you
Does
say
he
that
say
with a
anything
question
to him?
mark?
Does he say anything to
You make
him?
it sound like, all right, I'll say this. You make it sound like you wouldn't want to be surrounded by strippers.
Dressed as Elvis? Why? OJ just needed the money.
No, he enjoyed it.
Oh, no, he loved it. So, I gotta read this. This is OJ, like, in the special, constantly flirts with women. And here is a directly transcribed conversation with him and
I
a...
just want to preface this by saying, smooth as butter.
Yeah, him and a woman named Kimmy.
Smooth butter on a French toast sandwich made on these DJs.
I'd also like to thank Vulture.com because I got it from them.
I don't know why. I thought you were about to give off a sponsorship. I'm like, wait, what?
No, this is not sponsored. I just needed to credit the people I got this.
This video is sponsored
Yes, it
by
is.
NordVPN, though.
So
It was simple. Whoever the guy was.
I will now read you the
Sugar.
conversation. I will now read you the conversation. So OJ says, "What's your name?" Kimmy. "We've got a good concert in town here tonight. Are you serious? Do you like Britney Spears?" She's
Britney, bitch.
This makes it sound like the whole thing with Nicole actually happened.
He hasn't lost his touch.
she's cool. She's cool. "What are you doing tonight? Want to go to the concert?" "With who? Like a whole bunch of people?" "Maybe, maybe not." "What's wrong with me? Is it my teeth?" "No, not at all. I like parties. I like clubs and stuff. We got backstage passes." "Oh, you're serious? I'll go if I can bring a friend of mine." "Guy friend? Huh? Guy friend?" "No, girlfriend." "Well, that might be better for me." And then Kimmy laughs nervously to end that.
But he should have said 2 birds with 1 stone. That would have made it. That would have lightened up the mood, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How creepy, man. Is it my teeth or is it the 7-inch blade in my hand?
He's such a weirdo.
He's so quirky.
Am I murderer though?
Shut up.
So in 2007, OJ tries to steal back some of his memorabilia in a hotel room in Las Vegas, but gets arrested. I'm pretty sure it was a setup. Like they were because he broke in with other people and they were armed and shit. Like they had guns. And I'm pretty sure that was a setup by the police to try to get OJ arrested.
Man.
He gets sentenced to 33 years in prison and got parole in 2017, but in a new development about 2 weeks ago was officially dismissed and is now free.
Hello, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter world. Yeah, well, he
He's in the
started
vat.
he started the Twitter account while he was on parole.
Yeah.
So, right now he's 74. He's living in Nevada, but I think he's going to move. And
Terrified.
Who the hell wants to live in Nevada?
he was quoted as...
All murderers live in Nevada.
Probably. He was quoted once as saying he didn't want to walk around... He was afraid to walk around LA because he thought the killer could be standing right next to him.
Right behind him.
It's OJ, watch out! The maniac is in the mailbox! So, I know what you're thinking, but if OJ didn't do it, who did?
OJ.
Who's the seal?
So here's a few theories, right? So there's a theory that OJ's son did it, but I don't think it was him. But there's a theory that OJ was part of MK Ultra experiments, and
Makes the most sense.
so he was being controlled by the CIA. And they wanted to start race wars like Charles Manson, and they wanted OJ to kill Nicole and to frame him. And that's what happened.
But CIA was behind this. He would have been in jail.
It was the CIA MK Ultra.
Uh-huh.
Or was he mind controlled by the Illuminati? Dijon,
I think it's dumb.
it is.
I can't even pretend to side with that.
No, it's bad. It's bad. It's not even like
pretty
John
weird.
Ramsey where you could be like,
No,
Dijon,
that's pretty out there.
tell me your theory.
All right. My theory, it was the seal. Right? Now listen. You working with somebody, you teaching them, you're getting close with them, right? You're teaching them moves and shit, right? So you get close with them, you become friends, you make a bond, right? Mm-hmm. And Jay's telling you, oh, bro, she it was probably cheating on me before we even got divorced, because right afterwards she started having sex with this guy, Blase Skippy, and he's like, you know what? You're making a fair point, OJ. I'll do something for you because you're my friend, you're my buddy. I was over there,
Mm-hmm.
And, the keys OJ got the keys for him, right? Listen.
Mm-hmm.
The keys for him, right? And he was in OJ's house and everything. That's why OJ's DNA was over there.
Right.
The seal's DNA wasn't over there. Can't tell you.
It's because he was wearing OJ's DNA on.
It's almost as if this is bullshit.
DJ,
Now, yeah,
how did Seal get to her house?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, Dijon, how did...
Doesn't
How did he
matter.
get to their house?
You might be wondering, okay, what about the car? What about him sweating? Well, OJ high on meth. And now I can't say I was high on meth before because I haven't been, but I feel like you might get hot, very active when you're high,
I feel like there's too many moving parts to your theory.
I think your theory is stupid.
Yeah.
I know it's stupid, but
I
that's
think
the
there's a
funny
very
thing.
simple explanation to this. And it's
OJ
that-
simply killed everybody on that.
It's that. No.
And he
I
would have
think-
gotten the dog too. He would
Guys.
have gotten the dog too, but the dog was just too fast.
Guys, OJ was a star running back. Okay,
Uh-huh.
he would have taken out the dog if he wanted to. So that to me immediately throws that theory off the table.
Is this fucking Rocky
What-
movie is to chase after the dog?
I'm not done.
Fair enough.
What really happened was, and I'm surprised that I haven't heard this yet from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It was a double suicide from Nicole and Ron.
She was telling him, all right, now put your boot on my back so I can adjust the knife properly to cut off most of my head.
That's
Hey, listen.
just like. Go ahead.
He was stepping on her, pulling her neck back, and she was the one holding the knife and slit it.
It was just kinky sex gone wrong.
That explains the
then
no
he-
defensive wounds.
There you go.
What hap-
and explains
wait,
it
what
for
happened
Ron
to the
Golden
glasses,
too.
by
And then
the
he's just like, and then Ron Golden was walking back, like he was kind of like pussing out. He's like, maybe I should do this, maybe I shouldn't. Watching Nicole bleed out. Then he heard a noise. He heard the neighbor coming.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, it's now or never. Then he did it.
And Ron Goldman killed himself.
That's right.
Yeah.
'Cause you
There
can't
was
take
no
somebody-
listen. There is no proof of a shoulder charge happening to him.
Yes,
It's like
can't-
there,
uh,
OJ couldn't have been there.
what
you
is it?
can't
What explains the
take
bloody
karate.
glove? How did they get the bloody glove?
I just want to say
Ron
Planted.
planted.
really quickly.
Planted.
You can't
Planted.
take karate in middle school and go down without a fight. It doesn't work like that.
No, straight up though, I'm not like not to be like. I don't know if this is technically racist. Don't learn any type of martial arts like truly in like an American store or mall.
I don't think that's
No.
racist.
No, I'm saying that because like it's I feel like it's best to learn over there.
No, I think they learn
Or
better.
where it originated.
Yeah,
right.
they know it better. I mean, and you can't, you know.
So like
Guys, I'm sorry. I have to leave the restaurant job early today. I got karate lessons at 4.
Guys, I gotta go to China and learn
John will be
karate.
mad at me because I have to go through the food court this time to get him Taco Bell.
They want Taco Bell?
If you're a sensei,
Fine
I'm not
Asian
even gonna
cuisine,
say
huh?
sensei. That's so disrespectful to the actual form of fight.
imagine
If you're
like
some
in
guy-
like
if you're a guy that teaches karate at a fucking mall, you know he lives off of Taco Bell.
food
Probably.
court is right there.
He's there all the time.
Yeah.
So
He definitely has like a gut too. He's not fit. He definitely has a gut.
he's fast.
No, he's got it. Yeah.
Could not survive a single OJ shoulder charge.
Honestly, I feel like it would just like all the insulation probably would backfire against OJ.
Boy,
Yeah, it's like OJ charging against like a slime wall. You just bounce right back.
hey, you know, at least OJ's 74 now. You know, he ain't gonna do shit.
No, his boulder shoulders is kind of wore off.
So yeah, OJ gets hacked on Twitter a lot. People will tell them like, "Oh, I did it." It's funny. It's okay. It is funny.
I refuse. I stand by the fact that he has never been hacked once.
Yeah, he has done it himself.
He uses this
Oh,
opportunity to confess.
I saw one that was funny to me. Where it was just like, I did it, lol.
Yeah, there's one where he wants to hook up with R. Kelly. They're really funny. You can look them up. They're so funny. But that's the end of our.
Deleted them yet?
No, he. I don't know. I saw a picture of like them compiled, but that would be hilarious. Oh my god! If he just
Is he
kept them.
verified?
What?
Is he verified?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check right now.
Yeah, look it up. Hold on.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Sean. Calvin follows OJ on Twitter.
Oh, the real OJ. No, the real OJ 32 is not verified.
Yeah, he's not verified. He has 896.
896.7 thousand.
Yeah. He,
Go to see who he's following.
Wait, why does Calvin follow OJ?
I have no idea. He follows Elon Musk.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
He follows like NFL.
NFL Illuminati.
A lot of
Nice.
A lot of like football players.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for
Pro
that.
Football Hall of Fame.
The Buffalo Bills.
Patrick Mahomes too. He follows Patrick Mahomes. It's so funny.
Who is Tim Graham? Oh, also like
NFL and ESPN,
yeah.
NFL Network, Fox Sports,
Yeah. So the only like
Buffalo Bills.
Jackie Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't really any funny ones, but yeah, Calvin follows OJ.
I think he follows his son, Justin Simpson.
Yeah.
He's a realtor. That's hilarious. I'm gonna follow him.
I think I am too. But
Can we get Calvin to follow OJ on the Bodacious Twitter account?
get the fuck out of here! No way!
Come on, we have to.
Oh my
No.
god! Hey, Twitter world.
He literally just talks about football.
He went to the Bills game a few months ago and got like,
yes.
and he got like cheered, and people were like happy to see him, which is weird.
Where is it though? I talked to my grandmother about the OJ case, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, when she was younger, of course, like she wouldn't be this age back then, but you know, he honestly believed that OJ did not do it because it was, you know, OJ. You know, he's
Yeah.
famous and everything. Not only that, it's the fact that his children were in the house. That's what made her think no way that he would do that. You know?
Does she think he did it now?
Proves that it
Yeah,
wasn't.
no, she 100% knows. Like it was OJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like at that time, she was like, you know, kids are in the house. Well, like why? You know?
that is a good. I mean, he's fucking. I don't know. I think it was such a brutal crime, you know.
Yeah.
But he was able to do it so like perfectly.
Professionally.
Yeah, but it's so brutal, dude. Oh my god, I haven't even
Yeah.
looked at crime scene photos, but I'm sure they're out there, and it's ugh.
You ever stop
They
to think-
left the bodies outside.
And nobody noticed.
You ever
What's
stop
so
to
funny
think-
is Twitter is literally just football.
It is,
You
yeah.
guys ever stop to think that maybe she deserved it?
No.
I mean, she snitched 7
I don't think
times.
anybody deserves that.
No, definitely not.
And that's not snitching if it's your own like well-being.
Yeah.
She tattletaled.
The crime was against her.
She stole tattletale.
Okay.
Anyways, that's it from us, guys. What did you guys think about the OJ case?
This was the most bullshit, convoluted shit I've ever heard. If you told me with an honest to God face, I made up the whole trial and I stole it all from an episode of Family Guy, I would believe you with no hesitation.
It is
I
very.
feel like they've done this.
It is
Oh my god, there is a Family Guy episode with OJ in it.
really.
But the entire time, Peter feels bad. Like OJ's like constantly being harassed by the public because they're saying he did it and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And then Peter is like, no. Peter becomes friends with OJ. And then at the end, everybody comes around. He's like, okay, maybe he didn't do it. And then he stabs somebody and
They
runs
don't
off.
come around. They're like, OJ, we know you did the murder. He's like, so maybe I'm not perfect. Are any of you perfect?
That's how it went.
That's literally the exact speech. Like, we know you killed those people. I'm not perfect. None of you are perfect.
And then he
Bitch, I
stabs
have to
Peter
brush
and
my
runs off.
teeth every once in a while. I don't murder people.
To be fair, those were his words. Those were Family Guys.
Oh my
Would you have been
God.
surprised if those were his words?
No. But yeah, so we
Imagine smirking though. You know.
he did.
Yeah, he
I
did.
know.
He did when he was found not guilty, he like smiled.
Imagine if Rittenhouse smiled.
Oh my,
Oh my
god.
god. But yeah, thank you guys
Cut
for
that
listening.
part out.
I'm gonna kill myself if somebody interrupts me again one more time.
OJ, this has been Bodacious.
This has been Bodacious True Crime. Thank you guys for listening. We have a few things to say before we Nicole. We have a few things to say before we sign off. First of all,
We do.
yes. First of all, follow us at official CCP on Twitter or
And
Bodacious True
if are
Crime.
following, you will see OJ Simpson on there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, sure.
This is a Bodacious True Crime promise. If you subscribe, you will see OJ.
For every single subscriber that we get after this episode, we will make a fake account and follow OJ
Not
on
true.
Twitter on that fake account.
Not true. To get him verified.
For every subscriber we get, I will release a nude picture of OJ Simpson.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah.
I don't
Also,
think you can do that.
Also, thank you guys for 65 views on the JonBenet Ramsey episode.
That was sweet.
It actually was like... I'm glad we had to re-record this because it was a lot less than that last time. But yeah, great reception on that. It's lovely seeing all the people telling me to do it again, or you know.
Honestly,
If this
I
video
like the
hits
engagement.
20 likes, I will reveal Riley's house address.
No, it won't get 20 likes, so it doesn't matter.
Feel free to feel free to leave any suggestions or comments, critiques even. We love the engagement.
We love the engagement, the comments, whatever. You can email us at bodacioustruecrime@gmail.com. Also, you can now rate podcasts on Spotify. So you can give us a star rating.
Oh, that works?
Yep. So yeah, you can give us a star rating. And we also want to shout out Adam for making that video that I'm going to put at the end of the episode. And I will not say anything else about it at risk of accidentally. It is a good video. It's hilarious. I will put it at the end of the episode.
We should put it on the Twitter after, too.
Yes, I'll have to send it to Calvin. I will also be putting an interview with O.J. Simpson that we saw on a TikTok at the end of the episode. That's going to be the last
Which just
clip.
further proves his innocence.
Yes. It proves how he's just... People process grief differently.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very differently.
DJ, any final words?
Yes, Dijon, do you have any final words since you're our special guest?
On three.
Wait, no, hold on. Does Eunice want to say anything before we sign off?
If you genuinely believe any part of the O.J. Simpson trial made coherent sense for more than 5 minutes, you need to reevaluate yourself.
I agree. But I just want to say before we sign off, thank you guys for listening. Hail yourselves. Hail me, and...
1, 2, 3. Stay bodacious.
Bodacious.
Good enough.
Hell yeah. And we're done.
Record lag sucks.
Finally.
People wait for their shipments to come in. They'll need something to keep themselves distracted. And with COVID going around, this can be hard for some people, which is exactly why you should listen to Bodacious True Crime. Listen now on Spotify from the comfort of your own home.
Up. You got me started.
Did you do it?
No, I didn't. Nope. Did not do it.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke. And this is it.